Yo, what is up, guys? This is B. Berkson Brickdo here, and today I wanted to do a video on the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery, the new set coming out. That's going to be $200, 2,354 pieces, releases on April 1st, and I wanted to do first a financial analysis of this set, as it reminded me of, honestly, one of my, I would say, favorite childhood sets, the original Discovery Space Shuttle set 7470. So if we look over here to the Excel sheet, we can see some of the sort of similar comparisons here to other space shuttle sets. Obviously, that one in 2003, I can be holding on to a Lego investment for, 20 years, something like that. So, it's hard to compare these exactly, but I do think, this shows the overall enthusiasm and whatnot. So that set retail for $50 right now, goes for about $200. Obviously, the ROI there is going to be pretty nice at about 250%. However, I think more interesting is these two, both the Shuttle Adventure and Shuttle Expedition. Those are basically the same sets. I think one of them had like 30 pieces more, was like slightly updated, the 2011 one, but those retailed for $100, and those are really expensive now, about $500 on eBay. And so obviously with ROI, you're going to be looking at something pretty significant around the 350% range, somewhere around there. And I do think it's interesting to compare both the shuttles, the ones that came with the rocket boosters, and then again to the original one that was more, in my opinion, just a close resemblance of this new one. In my opinion, this new one is basically an updated version of the 7470 in 2003. And so a couple interesting, I would say, points here with this financial analysis is, as you guys know, I think there's just a lot of interest in NASA and Lego NASA, and we saw a lot of idea sets getting passed and made into sets from the NASA sort of sub theme there. And I know a lot of people were happy about it, but at the same time we're asking for it to sort of be its own standalone theme, so that way other idea sets could get the spotlight. And I think this was a good decision here, just to release this on its own. I think it'll do very well, as a lot of the other ones have done well. So off the bat, I would say that this is just a great display piece. When I look at it on the stand, I think it looks pretty fantastic. Now, I will say, it personally, to me, doesn't look like 2,354 pieces when it's just standalone on its display. I think a lot of those pieces there are made up of, not only a lot of, the smaller details, I think a lot of pieces are made up in the stand, and then also the satellite inside. The satellite is much more detailed, much bigger than 2003 one, as to be expected, but I really feel like if the satellite was its own standalone set, I mean, that thing would be $50 on its own. So I do think that takes up, quite a bit of pieces. And if you're going to display it without the, open and displaying the satellite, I think it is going to look probably a little bit smaller and a little bit subdued for $200. But again, I think, it is a fine display piece. I don't think that's going to really push anybody back. I think a lot of people probably actually like the addition of a more detailed satellite with quite a few pieces. And I guess one thing that I would point out, that's something that for me kind of is a little bit annoying or seems a little bit detracting from the set, is the fact that you can see the hinges, the black hinges there on the side, that is what opens up that middle section. The fact that they're that sort of exposed or protruding outward just doesn't seem realistic to me. And so I looked up some real pictures of the Discovery Space Shuttle, and there is sort of those, they might even be hinges on the real one. There is, you get the visible black lines there. And I think they try to sort of portray that, and they probably thought it was an easy way to just make the hinge black and sort of encompass that. But for me, it just seems like it's protruding a lot. And when I look at that, it just looks like a hinge. And I wish they maybe would have tried to incorporate a way in keeping sort of that same design aspect, with the black stripes, but without it being such a protruding hinge. And so one other little interesting fact that I think is important to note here, especially I would say in recent times, I'll go ahead and get to sort of that aspect of it though in a minute, is that they're going to have a Lego VIP reward for 1,800 VIP points. We're going to get a let's see what it's called here. Yeah, a space probe for 1,800 points. I was really shocked if you guys saw our Winnie the Pooh video with the sketches. I think those were pretty popular, and I think a lot of people liked them. Sold out quick, and I've been shocked. I've been really checking eBay to see what those would go for, and there's 2 on bid right now internationally, but they have been bidded up to like $50 already, and there's like 6 days left in the auction. So it seems like there's been maybe an emphasis on collecting some of these VIP rewards recently, and so that could be good if you're looking to maybe quick flip this set, depending on the stock of the set when it releases. Based on the Winnie the Pooh set, I would say it's probably going to probably follow a very similar sort of trajectory of selling out quickly and then being flipped for a little bit more retail, maybe like $250 until they get new stock in a few weeks. If I had to guess, that's very speculative, but personally, that's what I would guess. And again, LEGO investors, if we did the financial analysis here, I think there's a lot of potential, but you got to remember too that a lot of those sets had a lot of time to mature, so it's hard to find a great comparison to this set. But overall, I do really like the NASA sort of sub-theme in LEGO right now. I think it is very collectible. It brings a lot of people in. Anyway, guys, that's my initial opinion, a little financial analysis of the new Discovery Space Shuttle set. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Brooks and Brick Duo signing off.